Is Meccha Chameleon dying? Releasing only a few months prior to this video, on June 10th, Meccha Chameleon was undeniably one of the most popular games on Steam during its release. Unlike any other prior hide-and-seek games where you just hide as objects already present around the map, Meccha Chameleon takes the genre to a whole other level, as it allows you, the hider, to paint your character to better be able to disguise into your surroundings. That means if you're a good artist, you can easily take the upper hand on any seeker by blending in better than anyone else. And even if you're not a good artist, you can still easily survive the allotted time by getting creative with the various poses and body types the game has to feature.
Yo, that actually looks like a shirt!
So what happened? Why is Meccha Chameleon quote unquote dying? Well, there's actually a few reasons why. Anyone looking at this graph can clearly see that Meccha Chameleon has lost a vast majority of its player base over the past few months, once peaking at a ridiculous 340,000 concurrent players, now only averages less than a quarter of that at 20,000 players. Why, you may be asking? Well, the most likely answer is that people just got bored. It's not new information that many games like Meccha Chameleon fall off after a short period of time. For example, many friend-reliant games such as Content Warning, Lethal Company, and even Peak don't see anywhere near the number of players they once used to average during release. This is mainly because the content in these games tends to loop or just overall gets stale after time. Don't get me wrong, during release Meccha Chameleon was a one-of-a-kind game. However, as someone who has sank more than a couple hours into the game, I can safely say painting yourself to hide over and over again did get repetitive. Heck, even the hiding spots in the vanilla maps got repetitive, as people would try to copy their favorite streamers, and ultimately, it's near impossible to even hide anywhere anymore, unless of course you are playing modern maps, which leads me swiftly on to reason number 2. Not too long ago, Meccha Chameleon actually got hacked. How, you may be asking? Well, unlike most games, Meccha Chameleon offers modern maps via the Steam Workshop system, and within that system, certain maps contain malware if you were to download them. One map I'd like to point out in particular was called Laser Tag Neon. If you were to download this map, malware would unknowingly download itself into your system, and that's a massive safety flaw for any game. But it doesn't stop there. One of the developers of the game was actually hacked too, allowing the hackers to take complete control of the official Discord server and spread their very own messages. Now at the time of this video, the devs have thankfully resolved this issue. However, this didn't come at a huge cost, as many fans became too scared to even launch the game, fearing they could potentially get hacked too. Therefore, to answer the big question of whether Meccha Chameleon is dying, I would have to say no. Despite having a huge fall off due to these unfortunate turn of events, 20,000 concurrent players for a Steam game is still a crazy amount that some people exaggerate as being low due to its ridiculous peaks. Furthermore, the devs are always hard at work rolling out new patches and updates for the game almost daily. So if I had to make a guess, I would assume the game isn't going to fall off anytime soon. However, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about the matter, so leave a comment down below explaining whether you guys think Meccha Chameleon is dying or not. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope you all have an amazing day.